Hi everyone, Bob Black with SpiderTV at Spider Media Day, a little bit less than 2 weeks away from the season opener now with second-year head coach Latrell Scott. If you were second-year professor Latrell Scott and you were grading your class that was preseason camp, what kind of grades would you give it?
It's still a C. You know, we don't give out great grades. We've probably been a C- a year ago, but there's been a lot of improvement. A lot of improvement on offense, a lot of improvement on defense, improvement on special teams as well. The guys are a year older. The staff's a year entrenched in what we're doing together. So I think there are a lot of positives, coming out of this training camp. With the main thing is that we're healthy and ready to go.
Saturday's second scrimmage over on the grass field seemed to be dominated by the defense. How expected was that at this point in what you're doing to get ready for the season?
There's been a lot of give and take. The defense dominated the final scrimmage. If you look at our snaps on Wednesday, the offense probably got the better of that. And if you look at last Saturday's scrimmage, the offense played really well. So, it's great to have back and forth as a head coach. You're kind of caught in the middle because if the offense struggles, you're kind of in the tank. If the defense struggles, you're in the tank. But defense wins games, so it's good to see those guys come out and end that thing on a high note.
Well, who and what did you see defensively that you really liked going into the opener at Duke? It seems like that defense has kind of solidified itself right now.
It's fun to watch those guys play because those aren't the name guys that have been around Richmond forever. You've got new guys that are making strides. Kerry Wynn's very dynamic at defensive end. BJ Scott did a great job on the other end, and our two tackles, Evan Kelly and Corey Jackson, played extremely well for us. We've got two young inside linebackers who've been around and made plays. Darius McMillan led our team in tackles a year ago, and Derek Mayo's done a great job for us in the middle. And in our secondary, Tremaine Graham's been around forever, so Tremaine will continue to make plays for us. But I'm extremely excited about both of our safeties. Cooper Taylor's gotten a lot of recognition since transferring from Georgia Tech, but Colin Pahanic came in and did a great job this summer. And he's turned over a new leaf, and he's being the dynamic playmaker that we always thought he could be.
You mentioned McMillan and Mayo. Has someone won that third linebacking spot yet?
That third linebacking spot is still up for grabs. We haven't even watched the tape from yesterday. We're going to go in a few minutes and watch it as a staff. But Aaron Rohn and Deshaun Holmes have done a great job competing, and that thing may come down to the Tuesday or Wednesday of Duke week.
All right, where are you offensively? Yesterday, Kendall Gaskins was asked by one of the reporters if you had to describe Richmond's offense right now, how would you do it? So let me echo that question to the head coach. How would you describe your offense right now?
Much improved, I'd say. Last year the inability to run the ball and the inability to protect, it hurt us. And I think for that reason we spent a bunch of time in second and long and third and long. And I think the ability to get 4 and 5 yards in the run game on first down and be able to throw on first down has put the offense and Coach Lindenberg and everybody in a much better frame of mind. Having 4 offensive linemen back instead of 1 has been great. Aaron's back. He's another year in the system, and we'll use a good combination of Aaron and John. And I think with Trey Gray growing up and becoming a leader and doing the things that he needs to do, he's done a great job mentoring Stephen Barnett and Ben Edwards. So those guys have been fun to watch. They've made plays. We looked at it. They scored 4 or 5 touchdowns in the scrimmage last week, and last year that just didn't happen. So, I'm pleased with those guys, but obviously, we've still got a lot of work to do with that group.
That's an interesting philosophy. You talk about your quarterbacks, and you've made no mistake about it from the start. Aaron Corp is your starter, but John Lobb will play. This isn't necessarily a split thing. Kind of depends on the situation in the game, doesn't it?
Exactly. I mean, if we start the game, Aaron's going to play. But third down, you can see John Lobb in the very first series of the Duke game. Or if we're in the red zone, you can see John. There are certain things that John has the ability to do, and I think it's been great by our offensive staff coming up with ways to get him involved in games.
All right, you've been asked this over and over again. How much more comfortable are you in year 2 than you are in year 1?
Much more. I think everything from handling the media to handling the guys, I have a frame of reference now. There were mistakes that were made on my part, and there are going to be more mistakes, but we're definitely much more comfortable as a staff around each other, and just my ability to lead these guys. It's not necessarily easier, but I have things to look back, and I'm still going to pick up the phone and call those guys that I need to call when certain things come up, but I'm definitely much more comfortable than I was a year ago.
All right, lastly, what's next? Training camp is done. Classes start for these guys Monday. What will the practice routine be like for the next 2 weeks leading up to Duke?
Well, we definitely wouldn't want to try to practice on the first day of class, so I'm glad it falls on Monday, which is our day off, so we'll take Monday off, and Tuesday we'll come back, and actually Tuesday, half the day, we'll watch the scrimmage from this past Saturday, and we'll come out and start working on Duke Tuesday afternoon.
All right, Coach. Good luck. Thanks.
Thank you.